Welcome to one of the oldest venues in MLS, Providence Park. Its 100th year anniversary, and today we have a matchup of Cascadia rivals that go back a long ways as well. Portland Timbers2 taking on Tacoma Defiance in the Western Conference as we get ready for a very fun one. Hello, family. I'm James Hadnot. Thank you so much for joining me. You think about the Timbers coming off a loss last time out to Houston, but the Dynamo are the only team that have beaten Portland this season, and so they are 5-0-4 against other competition, and they also already have a result in the Cascadia Cup in MLS Next Pro with a good result versus Vancouver earlier on for Tacoma. They're a team that comes in at 3-6-3, but they have won their last two, and one of those wins came against Vancouver as well as versus Ventura County. So this side in Tacoma is ready to go. Portland is ready to go. And let's take a look at the lineup. Andres Flores stepping in to lead Portland this afternoon. He sends out a 4-3-3. Daniel Cervantes will be the striker today. He'll have Colin Griffith as well as Noah Santos with him up top. Sam Joseph in the goal for Portland, leading an excellent defense. This Portland Timbers defense and this team as a whole, the fourth least goals conceded in the entire Western Conference, just 15 goals allowed all season long. And we take a look at the 11 now for Paulo Nagamura, coming off back-to-back clean sheets as a manager, and it's going to be a 3-4-2-1 for his side. Mark Bronick with his 2 goals on the season. Somebody to watch as he leads the line. Sebastian Gomez, Edison Carly playing under him, and Mohamed Shore in goal for Tacoma Defiance. Well, this is a fun day. The U.S. men's national team playing right now off to a flying start versus Senegal 2-0. Christian Pulisic finally scoring for the national team and scoring for the first time in the calendar year. And for both of these sides, they are very calm when it comes to their attack. And so the first goal going to be very important in this matchup. There's the opening whistle, and we begin. Portland Timbers 2 and Tacoma Defiance battling from Providence Park in the Rose City. James Hadnot here with you for the full 90. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your Sunday on OneFootball and MLSNextPro.com. Portland in the white kits with green shorts, and Tacoma in the black kits with black shorts. And the fans already letting the Timbers hear them. And the Timbers losing possession for a moment, but have it back. One thing that Coach Jack Cassidy, who I got a chance to talk to this week, the head coach, not leading the side currently, but still talking with me during the week. He said that the individual battles are the most important. Timbers on the hunt. Big save from Mohamed Shore off the first shot on goal today for either side. Those individual battles. Are you going to win your duels on the ground, win your aerial duels, win the 50-50 balls? If you win those more often than not only does it show mentality, but it puts you back on the ball, gives you more chances to go towards goal. And Isuita taps it out wide. This is Charles Ondo. Big switch. Finds Colin Griffith, the Maryland Terrapin graduate. Missed his entire senior year, but the Timbers top brass saw something in him, and he fell to Portland in the second round of the most recent draft. The ball rolls out for a Timbers throw. Bronick, and then there's a high boot. And so Portland will have possession. Timbers coming in 2-1-4 at home. As mentioned, one of their losses to Houston. They have one loss on the road. That was at SaberCat Stadium to the Dynamo as well. But They have been very good at home this year. Late wins in multiple contests, especially early on in the year versus San Jose. Colin Griffith on the ball now. Corner coming. They've had late wins not only at home but also on the road. They haven't scored very much this year, just the 14 goals, but they have had timely scores and they play tight contests. And that's just going to win you a lot of matches, especially down the stretch and as you get into the playoffs. As the Timbers are looking to make the playoffs for the first time as members of MLS Next Pro. Ball zipped into the area, headed away by Mark O'Neill. Noah Santos tracks it down. He's wheeling. He'll tap it back out to Alex Bamford. Hondo. And another corner coming for Portland. We talked Timbers, what they've done recently. Tacoma on the year, 3-6-3. But as mentioned, back-to-back wins for the Defiance after having just one win through their first 10 matches. That's why this such an important match here as we near the middle part of the season could tip the scale. Out swinging ball this time will take a bounce. Griffith lets it roll out. Throw in coming for Portland. Ball returns to Griffith. It's closed down by Sebastian Gomez. Another usual suspect here for the second team for Tacoma. Excited about his growth and just the space. Alex Bamford. Nick Lund. And now Sam Joseph. Well out of goal. This lofted ball was controlled. Now this is Mark O'Neill. Tacoma can't take full advantage of possession. Both of these teams do not score very often. 14 goals coming into today for Portland and 13 goals for Tacoma. So the first goal in this match is going to be of high importance. Both of these teams are very good defensively. Coach Nagamura for Tacoma said that was the main thing he wanted to change when he stepped in this year as the head man. Wanted to shift the defensive culture for Tacoma. Last year gave up way too many goals near the bottom of the West. Now Griffith hits this. He was always going to be drawing away from the goal and just could not tuck it in. But I asked Coach Jack Cassidy this week specifically about Colin Griffith and how maybe his injury impacted his draft status, and he said there's definitely the potential for that as he missed all of 2025. But he's a very good player, an even better person, high work ethic, high motor, and looks very fluid right now. And so Coach Cassidy credited the training staff and the sports medicine staff for Portland to make sure that he be ready for this season because he's just getting back going. Missed a lot of the preseason due to his rehab. And so to get him ready to go, Coach Cassidy said he knew that this group was going to get better as the season went on, as they got players back who were dealing with nagging injuries from the preseason and end of last year. Sandnes. Alvarez. Now this ball Down the wide side, zipped in. And Bamford just hits it high into the air. Another tap from Bamford. Colin Griffith can't control. And now Gomez. Lottie goes to ground. And that'll be a foul. It might be a yellow card.
Yellow card given to Tacoma, number 32, Xavi.
So Xavi Nalati picks up the yellow card.
Given the caution card for Tacoma.
Studs were exposed on the tackle. And so receives the yellow card inside of 10 minutes. And he will have to play cautiously for the remainder of the time he is in this match. Enriquez, now Ondo galloping into the attacking half, but now he's out of position. Tacoma can't take advantage of it, but they will gather possession. Now Mark O'Neal, former Creighton Blue Jay. Bronick dumps this forward. Sebastian Gomez, not enough wheels to get to it. Izoida. Along to Griffith. Slots this in. It's cleared away only as far as Bamford. Santos. Izoida! A sizzling strike from Eric Izoida. And Portland takes an early lead 1-0. Well-worked goal from the Timbers. As the ball worked around the edge, Colin Griffith, a nice ball in. And Lucas Fernandez-Kim, who played his collegiate soccer not too far from this building at Oregon State in Corvallis, with the assist to Eric Izoida. And Portland 1, Tacoma 0. Griffith. Great little ball coming in. Initially, Bamford works it back. Fernandez-Kim finds Izoida, picked his spot, and did not miss. The Timbers in front of Tacoma. Nice little back heel from Bronick into Sebastian Gomez. He tries to guide it back to Bronick. Izoida digs it out. Mentioned the importance of the first goal. Portland has it. What will the response be from Tacoma, or can Portland build on their lead in this first half? Timbers have owned their Cascadia rivals over the past couple of seasons. Five wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws last year versus Tacoma and Vancouver combined. The last 2 times Portland met Tacoma, it were 2 wins, both by the same score, 2-1. After the foul, it will be a free kick for Tacoma. Ball comes into the area, knotted down very well by Lund. Picked up, and this shot is boosted over the crossbar by Charlie Gaffney. Have to defend both the first phase and the second phase in those set pieces. Gaffney trying to pick up the pieces himself, but it was an ambitious effort in the end. Controlled now by Tacoma on one fell swoop. Mark Bronick. That was not as far off as Gaffney's shot. And that's danger. If you're Sam Joseph, have to be precise if you're going to try to place it over that first line. This much better. Bamford brings it down. It's taken away by O'Neal. Portland retakes possession. Hondo. Nice little turn here. Cervantes. That gets the job done, just forcing Tacoma to retreat from their high press. It's very important for your number 9 to be able to relieve pressure. Lucas Fernandez loses possession, and now Tacoma in transition. Bronick shot saved, but the flag will come up. House coach Nakamura about Bronick. He's a young player, but he's growing in his role. And when you think of who's been ahead of him, the likes of Ozaze De Rosario earning a first-team contract, part of the Leagues Cup squad that won Leagues Cup. Yu Sukanome, best 11 all last year for MLS Next Pro. Has some great players to learn under. Santos, Enriquez. Cervantes taps this back to Isoida, who has the goal. Bamford. No turn from Cervantes. Now Griffith. Good defending. This portion of the match is brought to you by Bank of America. 16th, now 17th minute of action. Colin Griffith on the throw-in. Fernandez Kim defending well. Isoida will win the ball back for Portland. Hondo. There's a shove, and that'll be a free kick for Portland. Lund lets it rip. Griffin can't track it down. Still, Tacoma is going to have to find a way out of this press of Portland. Sandinas. And now tracking it down is Antino Lopez. Phoenix has that go off of Griffith. No Sukanome in the lineup today for Tacoma. Not available for selection. Sukanome scored the last 2 goals for Tacoma in their 2-1 losses to Portland. So somebody else is going to have to step up. Sukanome scoring a goal in both of those matches coming on July 27th and August 24th of last year. Portland's Noah Santos, Kyle Linares, who now plays in the 3rd tier, and Gage Guerra, other goal scorers. Now Portland pursuing more goals right now. This is Santos. Drops it off for Enriquez. Headed away by Phoenix. Bamford decides to strike it on the volley. Portland looking very comfortable playing through Tacoma right now. And that's the calm that has been brought to this group from Jack Cassidy. Spent a lot of time in England, a lot of other places, and Cody Phoenix puts this out. Talked very much about what he enjoys about playing here and coaching here in the States, and really mentioned just how open the American game is, that he's gotten different tenants from different places he's been. Cervantes, Enriquez, possession lost. Tacoma trying to take advantage. Early ball through. Sam Joseph will scoop this up as Mark Bronick was the intended target. Enriquez. Edson Carly thought that was last off of Victor Enriquez. That is not the case. Now Nalati off the turnover, drops this off, and no pullback ball. It was there for Tacoma. The pass just didn't come. Tacoma starting to trouble Portland a bit with this press. Portland does have the goal. Came much earlier in the match, thanks to Eric Isuita. They will have to try to figure things out as Tacoma continues to take over in possession. Colin Griffith, a loose touch as he was taking over that second ball. And now Mark Bronick. No numbers really for Tacoma, but they will trek forward into the attack. O'Neal. Gallatin Sandnes. Xavi Nalati. Sebastian Gomez. And Antino Lopez. Tacoma enjoying the ball a bit. Gomez pops up. Nice little turn here from Sebastian Gomez. Still with it. Carly. O'Neal again. A good stretch of possession now for Tacoma. Sandnes. Nalati with Bamford in his back pocket. Hand came up, and that will be a handball. So a free kick earned by Tacoma. It's taken quickly. This portion of the match is brought to you by Carl's Jr. 26th minute. Tacoma starting to settle in. This ball's kept in at the end line. Sebastian Gomez. Cody Phoenix returns to Gomez. For as much possession that Tacoma has had, no shot just yet. Portland has stayed compact. Nothing has gone through the teeth of this defense. Maybe I spoke too soon. Nalati has his cross headed away by Lund. Still with Tacoma. Long shot, takes a deflection, and this will be a corner. So Gallatin Sandnes had enough of moving the ball from left to right. Decided to take a shot and earn his side a corner. '27th minute, ball comes in tight, bounces through, and wow, how does Tacoma not score there? Damian Alvarez was at the back post, but Portland somehow keeps it out thanks to Sam Joseph. That ball was just waiting for somebody to put it home. So a moment for Tacoma that has come and went. Do they have another on the horizon just moments later? Still a lot of conversation being had just outside the 6-yard box. This time, it goes out for another corner. Numbers arriving at the near post. So Chavi Nalati, a third corner in under 2 minutes for Tacoma. This one lifted into the air and grabbed by Sam Joseph. He fires this one long. The center back Ondo is on it, drops it in. Griffith can't control as Tacoma was scrambling to get back defensively, and they do just enough. So as we near 30 minutes gone, Portland in front. Tacoma starting to gather some momentum. They are the road team. They've settled in. It's only about a 3-hour drive from Seattle to Portland, even closer from Tacoma, Washington. These two rivals at the first team level dueling here in the second team space. The Cascadia Cup, so coveted. It was Tacoma's in years past. Portland holds on to it right now. Chavi Nalati blocking that shot from Lucas Fernandez-Kemp. And Portland now has a corner. Played short quickly. And Muhammad Short takes over that shot, as he had to be sure-handed. Eric Isuita looking for his second goal of the day. 15 minutes remaining here in this first half between Portland and Tacoma. This is the first of two Cascadia matches for Portland, as they will take on Vancouver next. Phoenix. Santinez, Lopez, and Alvarez scoots the ball out to the right. Well done, Gomez. Taken down. And this will be a free kick just on the edge of the 18. So Sebastian Gomez has the ball. And he's just so good when he's in possession. It's attached to his foot like a magnet. This creates a gorgeous opportunity for Tacoma. Obviously, very little space to get the ball up and over the wall. And so this will have to be something out of the training ground. 3 potential takers. Phoenix there, as well as Chavi Nalati. Now Phoenix will retreat. Easily taken in by Sam Joseph. And that's the tough part when it's so tight. Joseph has the height to see a bit over the wall, so he sees it very quickly as it comes over. And that ball was not hit with a lot of pace. And just the positioning of Joseph was very good. And so another opportunity that has gone awry for Tacoma. This portion of the match is brought to you by Old Trapper. 34th minute. Portland in front by a goal. Looking for more as Daniel Cervantes picks this up. Isoida into the area. It is cleared away by Cody Phoenix. Charles Ondo picks it back up for Portland. No way for Noah Santos to squiggle around. Throw in coming in for the Timbers. First goal came from Eric Isoida, the only goal of the match. It's been Tacoma really that has had the better of possession and the better chances since the goal was scored. But the Timbers have been tight defensively, been compact. Now, after forcing the turnover, Isoida, lofted ball, finds Santos. He's trying to get his bearings. Isoida! Good save by Shore to parry it out for Portland corner. Noah Santos is so slippery, has all the moves. And you saw, although he was surrounded, found a way to lay that off for Eric Isoida, who struck well. Now Isoida to take the corner. Zips this ball in. Shore tracked it well, grabbed it, and now rolls it. Long ball over the top. Nalati. Xavi Nalati can't keep possession. His first touch took him wide to the left. He had a man in the middle and didn't play it immediately, as that was another opportunity available for Tacoma. Still a tied match. Just a one-goal game. These are the matches that both of these teams tend to play in. Low scoring on the season. And now, Lund just gets to this. A little tense there as Griffith holds off Phoenix. Fernandez Kim assessing his options. Draws this back. Isoida can't slide it into the path of Santos. Well done defensively on the right side. Edson Carley. Ondo trying to let this ride out, but it loses momentum, so he has to keep it in play. Tacoma trying to take advantage. As the ball pinballs around, Bronick is on it. O'Neal. He scored from there in his next pro career. Played with Vancouver last year. But that one just a bit outside. Griffith won't win the race. Muhammad Shur there first. And Portland stretching things just enough to keep Tacoma honest. Defiance have to have something to think about, because again, after giving up the goal, they have settled in and will have to make minor adjustments in the second half if they want to find a goal of their own. Portland forces the turnover. Colin Griffith has it. Griffith felt like he was shoved down from behind, got back up quickly. And the yellow card is shown. Mark O'Neill receives the yellow card. And now, quickly earning a yellow card is Noah Santos. G2, 41st minute. Santos picks up a yellow card. Mark O'Neill for Tacoma picked up a yellow just moments ago, and only Chavi Nalati is the only other player that is on a yellow card for Tacoma. Isuita goes back to Ondo. This runs all the way back to Tacoma. Defiance looking for their third win in a row. It'd be their fourth win of the season. Playing with fire a bit in the back, but now are in possession in the attacking half. Gomez. Lopez. O'Neill slides it forward. This is Edson Carley. Haven't heard very much from him today, but he's also a scoring threat for Tacoma. Nalati. Phoenix. Gomez. Watched by two. Colin Griffith closes down that cross attempt. Foul from behind, not given. Portland can't believe it. Isuita, strong challenge in return. So now the physicality starting to ratchet up a bit for both Portland and Tacoma as we near halftime. Low expectation for added time. Only time that you could think that would be added would be for the goal. And there's a foul. Tacoma will look to take this quickly to take advantage of the time that is left. 44th minute, nearing the 45th. Portland in front by a goal, thanks to Eric Isuita. Enriquez. Playing his part in the middle of the park. Nice little ball forward towards Santos. Ushers it along. Good defending there. Down the line, O'Neal just dumps this over. Bronick controls. Tacoma can't take advantage of the numbers that were starting to progress. Great idea here to try to locate Colin Griffith. Griffith decides not to attack in isolation versus Phoenix. Sebastian Gomez. Bamford fighting here. And it is Gomez who is the guilty party. So the fourth official announcing a minimum of 1 minute of added time. Sam Joseph sends this long. First one by Gallatin Sanginez. Hondo will go back to his goalkeeper as half of our added time has elapsed. Last action now coming for Tacoma. Portland ekes that out. And maybe something for the Timbers. Cervantes holding back. Santos is there. Now Griffith. Nice back heel to Isoeta. Tries to curl it in. And it flies out of play. And that is how our first half comes to a close. So although Eric Isoeta could not put that one on frame, he does have the goal for Portland. And right now the Timbers are in front of Tacoma by a score of 1-0. Coming up in our halftime show, we go back to the Northeast for another player pathway success story, plus highlights and stats. After this brief timeout.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the City of Angels to the Heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields. Let's go. And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. Sold out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing belief. Now, the world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
Welcome back to Providence Park. Portland in front by a goal on top of their Cascadia rival, Tacoma Defiance. New England homegrown Peyton Miller is another success story in the MLS Next Pro ranks. Let's revisit his story in this feature.
A lot of upside, huge ceiling for this young kid.
You're going to like him a lot. His name is Peyton Miller. This is great stuff again. Oh my goodness.
Force away through here. Ball to the back post. It's awkward and it's thrust in towards goal.
From Unionville, Connecticut to stepping on the field in Major League Soccer, Peyton Miller's journey is just getting started.
I'm from Connecticut. I grew up in Unionville. Growing up, I trained a lot with my dad. My dad is mostly the reason for where I am today. When I was like 7, I won a championship for my travel team with my dad as a coach, and I kind of just fell in love with it from there.
As Peyton began to excel as a player, he began receiving attention from multiple clubs.
I started at FSAFC, and then I wanted to excel my game a little bit more, so then I went to Oakwood. And then from there, we played teams like New England Revolution, Philadelphia Union, and then the Revs reached out, and it was my childhood dream to play for the Revs, so it was kind of an easy decision for me to make to come here.
When I arrived at the Revs as a new employee, the staff was telling me about a young man named Peyton Miller. And so right away I went and did as much research as I could, and when I watched him play one time, it was like, wow, this kid is special. Just the way he moved, the way he was working with the ball, the way he looked around naturally. I knew as well as others knew this kid had something inherently in him that we wanted to be around.
Dreams don't come without sacrifice. At just 13, Peyton had to leave his family and friends behind to pursue soccer full-time.
It was hard not being able to be with my parents and not being able to see friends, but it was the sacrifices that I had to make to live this dream. And before that, a year earlier, my parents had to drive 2 hours every single day from Connecticut to Foxborough just so that I can make training, and I'm very grateful for that.
Moving into the Academy's residency program gave Peyton access to top-level training and gave him a platform to continue growing.
And our world structure is everything, because players they're learning so much. There's academics, there's social development, there's physical development, there's goals, there's outside pressures already, there's social media. So what we need to do is we need to provide structure to allow these players to chase their dreams, but chase their dreams with guidelines and helpful. And then when they need a little something extra, we're there for them to help them navigate whatever's in front of them.
By 15, Peyton's hard work paid off. He signed a homegrown contract with the Revolution, and he made his professional debut with Revolution 2 in 2023.
It was against Atlanta. I had a couple good chances, good balls for an assist or a goal maybe. That should have happened, but I was very nervous in the beginning, but as soon as the whistle blew, it kind of just all went away, and all I could feel was just like the adrenaline rush.
Playing against older and stronger players forced Peyton to adapt quickly.
I didn't want the guys like babying me because I was young. I wanted them to tell me how it really was, and they really understood that, and like they weren't afraid to yell at me if I did something wrong, and that's what helped me get to the next level.
His performances that season with Revs 2 opened the door to an opportunity with the first team.
At the end of our season with the second team, they gave me the chance to come train with the first team, and then a little bit previous of that, that's when I signed my homegrown contract. So that was a very big step. You know, the speed of play was crazy when I got to the first team, but I got used to it for a little bit, and then that's when the off season hit, and then that's when I really started to like train, and I came back for the preseason, and I was ready for it.
Soon after came the moment he'd been dreaming of since childhood, his MLS debut at just 16 years old, making him the second youngest player in club history to make his debut.
Another interesting debut here on the
obviously all the talk about Kevin Sullivan, but Peyton Miller will make his MLS debut, the 16-year-old from Unionville, Connecticut.
My parents made the trip to Philly so they could see me play. And I kind of knew before the game that this might be the game that I come in, because they told me that week that I'll probably get in that game. But I was nervous stepping to the line, but Caleb just said to me, have fun. This is what you love to do. Just go out there and be a kid. And that's what I did. As soon as I stepped on the field, everything just went away and it was just me on the ball.
For Peyton and his family, it was a moment of pride.
They were all excited. I got a lot of texts from everyone, Instagram stories, all that type of stuff. Everyone just saying that they're proud of me. It was kind of just like a full circle moment, being able to represent the badge and represent my family, my friends, and knowing that all the hard work that I put in, the sacrifices that my parents made, paid off.
4 days later, Peyton would make his full MLS debut against FC Dallas.
Okay, here's Miller. Bobby Wood! Courtesy of the 16-year-old Miller. The Revs to the lead.
Peyton hasn't just made waves at the club level. He's also become a mainstay in the U.S. youth national team setup, earning call-ups from the U15s through the U23s. He featured in all 4 matches at the 2023 FIFA Under-17 World Cup, and later represented the United States at the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup as one of the youngest players on the roster.
As a staff, when Peyton debuted with the 17s and went on, we all have these Slack channels and his pictures coming up from different players snapping the TV going, there's our friend, there's our teammate, there's our guy, and then other coaches. It was really endearing just to be together. It was because we were actually on the road for a game as an academy staff, and that was amazing. And then to see the whole transformation of where he goes and what he's done, we couldn't be more proud.
Peyton hopes his story can be a blueprint for success for the next generation of Revolution players.
It means a lot to me, to have younger kids look up to me, and some kids will come up to me and ask me, what'd you do to get where you're at? And I kind of just tell them, it takes sacrifice and effort, and you just have to be willing to put in the work. But there's a lot of kids that come up to me, and I always tell them, don't be afraid to come up and talk to me. I was once where you're at, don't be afraid.
MLS recently agreed to a deal that will see global investment firm KKR make a strategic investment and partner with MLS Next Pro. KKR will inject capital into MLS Next Pro with an eye on growing the league and its footprint around the continent. In conjunction with MLS, the partnership will oversee commercial strategy as it looks to move the 27 MLS-affiliated Next Pro teams into new markets with an eye on building brands within those communities and seeking stadium development deals. We will hear more about this in the coming seasons. Well, welcome back to Portland, Oregon. Currently, Timbers in front 1-0 on top of Tacoma. James Hadnot here with you. This has been a fun weekend as everyone is getting ready for the World Cup. For Portland, they had a fantastic first half as they lead 1-0. Some scores from this weekend. St. Louis taking down North Texas. Carolina Core doing battle with the reigning champions and holding serve under new head coach Jake Davis. That was a 1-1 finish. And Columbus Crew 2 getting the win versus New York. Toronto taking down Philly, and Sporting Kansas City going on the road to beat Real Monarchs. That's a great victory for Sporting Kansas City, now matching their win total from all of last season. Here's some upcoming matches. Some teams that have won the Eastern Conference in the regular season: Crown Legacy, Philadelphia, Timbers in another Cascadia matchup with the Whitecaps, and then on Saturday, Chicago Fire and Atlanta. CT United and Columbus going to be a fun one as well. Time for some halftime highlights. Tacoma and Portland battling here at Providence Park in this Cascadia matchup. Portland leading 1-0 at the break, and just beautifully done here as Eric Isobita had a sliver of space and snapped off an excellent shot. The goal for him gave Portland the lead a little bit later. This ball saved by Sam Joseph. And this was the big moment as this ball skipped all the way through. Alvarez had a touch, and he could not follow it up with a shot in the back of the net. And then here, Colin Griffith had numbers defending, could not finish. And then Isoida put this one on frame. And Mohamed Shur with a great save to parry it wide. Second half is on the horizon. Can Tacoma find something? They settled in as mentioned, but could not find the breakthrough. Portland will make adjustments themselves as they try to secure all 3 points at home and stay unbeaten against anybody not named Houston. We'll see if they can get another result against a Cascadia foe here at home as we get ready for the second half. The second half is up next.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Time for the second half between Portland and Tacoma. Moments away from this Cascadia duel getting back up and running. There's the whistle, and we begin half number 2. Portland in front by a goal. The pump fake, and we'll have to do it all over again. There it is. Now we're rolling. Portland and Tacoma. James Sadnot here with you. Thank you so much for joining me. Noah Santos, a nice smooth move to pick up possession. Santos gliding, tripped up, and that'll be a foul and a free kick. Talk about how slick Noah Santos is. And now needing an extra moment to get back to his feet. So inside of a minute, Timbers have a free kick. So it's Isoida who has the goal, who places it. Colin Griffith now comes over, has another option as well. Soida signed his first team contract. Colin Griffith, his first year from the University of Maryland. It's Isoida! Big save! Muhammad sure-handed, as that was destined for goal. And a huge early defensive moment for Tacoma, as Shure sends it back. Fernandez Kim Ondo launches this in, headed back down by Antino Lopez. Isoida so close to scoring goal number 2 on the day and giving Portland some breathing room. Cervantes can't keep possession. Quick throw in from Tacoma, and Enriquez wins that for the Timbers. One change made at halftime. Henry Miller, the 16-year-old, has gone to the bench. Bryce Van Veres has come on for him. Like for like substitution. So it'll be Van Veres playing in the back line. The front line unchanged. Santos, Griffith to the left or right of Daniel Cervantes. Now Gaffney too far out in front of Edson Carly. Portland has some dynamic players in this 11, and they're starting to grow in confidence. It is Andres Flores who is leading the squad for today. Coach Jack Cassidy, who I talked with this week, just really believes that this team has a high ceiling. They work very hard. One thing he wanted to do when he came in as a head coach was have a very furious training environment, and wanted things to be more difficult in training than on game day. There's a lot of competition within the group, and that has shown in how they play individually. Duels are one of the most important things, one of the deciding factors for this team. And when you looked at the numbers, that's something that they look at consistently. This is behind. Flag comes up, however. It was Bronick. Made the run too early. I asked Coach Cassidy about those Houston matches and why those matches have had different results than every other match this season. And he said that versus Houston didn't feel like they played any worse, especially most recently in their match that they lost at home. There's a foul. Advantage was going to be played, but now another free kick coming for Portland. So this is a little more centered, but almost the exact same spot that Eric Isoida struck it so sweetly. and forced a big-time save out of Muhammad Short. In the 52nd minute, Isoita slides this ball towards Santos. His shot is blocked away, and it will not roll over the end line. So Nalati felt like there was contact, but the referee feels like that was not the case. So Ondo, a throw in for Portland. So Bronick is on this. All by himself, though. And Bamford takes it off him. Bronick switching the point of attack. This is Cody Phoenix. Sebastian Gomez. Slippery himself gets to the end line, and it will be a corner. Fourth minute. Ball sent in. Punch by Joseph. And so the ball will skip along. Now Edson Carley puts it back in towards the back post, headed towards goal. This will be another corner for Tacoma. This ball lifted in, but the whistle means that there will be another opportunity to take. '55th minute. We've already seen Portland put one on frame. A save required by Muhammad Short. This ball's coming in tight. Joseph, like a strong wide receiver, just snags that out of the air and then unloads it. I mean, showed very strong hands there, especially in traffic. Have to be confident to do that. Offside the decision there. This portion of the match is brought to you by Toyota. Tacoma in front by a goal. Came very early from Eric Isoita. It was Tacoma, you could argue, after that had a pretty good first half, just couldn't find a goal. And here in this second half, Tacoma happy that the scoreline did not change on Eric Isoita's shot. On a free kick. No changes made just yet for Tacoma, but they do have options. Omar Hassan, a very shifty player. Daniel Robles as well. Again, no Yusu Kanome available for selection today. Leading goal scorer for the team. And led the team in goals last year. Carly is cleaned out, and that will be a free kick. So in the 58th minute, Tacoma has another set piece. Another chance to draw level with their rival. Sent into the area, flicked along, but it's scooped up and then sent forward. And now the Timbers trying to counter. Huge collision there. Just strong defending from Tacoma. Mention the World Cup. Friendlies happening today. Christian Roldan has come on for the United States. And this shot is high. Roldan, a longtime member of the Seattle Sounders. Also multiple former MLS Next Pro players who are playing for the United States. Alex Freeman, who came up through Orlando's academy. Matt Freese, who played for Philadelphia, now with NYCFC. Max Arfston, who played for Columbus on their championship team. This ball comes behind. Tapped around. Tacoma still with it. Nalati. Gomez picks this up. Scurries around the top of the 18. Back to Nalati. O'Neal to the first teamer Alvarez. Back to Antino Lopez. As Tacoma will reset. 60th minute of action. And just as we saw in the first half, after a quick wave in the attack for Portland, Tacoma has started to put their handprints on this match. Daniel Nunez preparing to sub on. Ondo towards Cervantes. And substitution will happen now. Noah Santos will come off on a yellow card right now. And so Coach Andres Flores not taking any chances. Bring on another dynamic player in Daniel Nunez. Ondo waving everyone into the area. Long throw for him. Isoida ranging to his right, not on that more favored left. And his shot was blocked away. Could have been trouble if he was going the other way. Speaking of trouble, ball controlled by Enriquez. He's shoved down, and that'll be another free kick given up by Tacoma. This one from a much deeper distance, but still a set piece opportunity for Portland, who thrives in these situations. Big targets like Charles Ondo and Nick Lund. Isoida towards Ondo. He was a target at the back post, and this ball will skip off the head of Antino Lopez. Corner coming for Portland now. So it's Isoida, today's goal scorer, hoping to provide an assist and insurance for Portland. Out-swinging ball, Ondo rising, and Shore up to get it himself. Here comes Tacoma. This is Nalati. Has Gaffney with him. And this will roll out for a throw. Gaffney into the area. This is knotted along. It's cleared by Nick Lund. This will go out. Antino Lopez step for step with Daniel Cervantes. This portion of the match is brought to you by Tillamook. There's a whistle, and play will come to a halt. And yellow card will come to Daniel Nunez. Delaying the restart. So Nunez has only been in for about 3 or 4 minutes and now has a yellow card. Carly just loses his footing off a gorgeous ball over the top. And Tacoma will have to start again. This is still a tight match, just a 1-goal game. Another ball over the top. Bronick has it. Stack has stayed down. And somehow Sam Joseph makes a save. So Bronick was running out of real estate as he was racing towards goal. Shore just slips, gets up quickly. Isoida taps it over the top. This is Nunez. Ondo joining the attack. Nunez. Sam Joseph, goalkeeper, keeping a clean sheet right now. Again, this defense for Portland has been very good this season. They've allowed a total of 15 goals. Ondo does just enough. This will be a throw-in from the deepest part of the pitch. but it will not be a corner. And that's what Jack Cassidy loves to see. That is just individual effort. Something that's not going to necessarily show up on the stat sheet, but it will show up in their analytics of winning the race to that ball and not giving up a set piece. Long throw, headed down and will bounce out, and it will be a goal kick. And those are things that don't just happen in matches. A fun phrase that Coach Cassidy said this week is, you cannot eat junk food all week and then hope to have one good meal and lose weight. The point being that you can't have bad habits all throughout a week and then get a positive result. And so that's why every single day he tells his group that they have to play to a standard and they have to play to a level that is well above what they need to see on game day. Another fun quote that I always think of in these situations is, you don't rise to the occasion, you sink to the level of your preparation. That is something that is percolating all throughout this Portland franchise at the second team level. That is why they're off to their best start since being an MLS Next Pro. They now have a free kick with a chance to add to the lead. Isuita puts this in, headed back towards Nunez. He'll control on the edge of the 18. Floating ball. Searching for someone. It'll find Isuita onto that left now, but he is dispossessed. And Tacoma play on the counter. Bronick trying to stay on side, but could not keep possession. Tacoma was always going to be measured in their attack. Although they've allowed the one goal, things have not been easy for Portland as they've tried to score a second. Their best chances in this half have been on set pieces. And Tacoma had more possession in the first half as things are looking similar here in the second half. Bronick does well to win the ball, but can't find Sebastian Gomez, who was stepping into the area. Ondo. Good ball through. Nunez can't collect as Fernandez Kim was trying to find him. Lucas Fernandez Kim played at Oregon State. Again, about a 2-hour drive to Corvallis. Ondo. Isuita. As we are nearing 70 minutes gone. Lund swiftly through. Enriquez. Ondo. Isuita. Now Enriquez. As Portland finally enjoying some possession here in this second half. Isuita on that left, drops it off. Fernandez Kim lays it in. Griffith has his shot blocked. And now this is Xavi Nalati. Forward to Sebastian Gomez. Again, Portland does so well as they stifle anything in transition for Tacoma. And the only option for the Defiance is to play around to the right side. Alvarez. Carly. Now Phoenix. Gomez. Phoenix on the underlap. Sam Joseph had come out for it. Gomez fighting for possession. Quickly thrown back in. This match just feels like we're on the edge. The momentum seesawing back and forth. At times it feels like Portland can find a second. Tacoma, with all the possession that they have, always could find their first. This is Bronick. He was offside. And now Tacoma will make two changes. So Sebastian Gomez will come off. And Rafael Harugi will come on. Mark Bronick will also come off. And Landon Lucero will come on. This portion of the match is brought to you by Ford. This is Cody Phoenix. Mark O'Neal doesn't pick out the run of Edson Carley. Flag comes up, and Portland's back line on a string. That's the sign of a very well-coached team. 75th minute of action. Timbers scored early. Eric Isoida finding the back of the net for the Timbers. And they have withstood runs from Tacoma, withstood possession, suffered. Will they earn a reward and earn all 3 points at home? It will be 3 straight wins for Portland if they can take down Tacoma. They played twice last year. Both of those matches ended 2-1. It was a rough year for Tacoma last season. Gave up a very good amount of goals. And now Alvarez undercuts this run. Edson Carley can't keep that in play. And it's amazing what the record could be for Portland if they were to find a win today. They were winless in their first 4 matches versus Tacoma. When Portland came into the league, there was no wins, 3 losses and a draw, starting back in 2023 and in 2024. But they turned a page last season. Ball's lofted in. Sure is there. Now Carly with a chance to create. Good defending by Bryce Van Veris, just getting a piece of that to throw off the attack. Van Veris, who came on as a substitution for Henry Mueller. And Omar Hassan getting directions down on the sideline as he's about to come in. So after Hassan got his last bit of instruction, he will come on. Edson Carly will come off. We mentioned Hassan as a player that can be a difference maker. He has that it factor. Been playing with the second team since he was 15 years of age. He's played up an age group going back to his time in the academy. And immediately, Omar Hassan is into the action. Going at Lund. Hassan drops this off. Good defending by Alex Bamford. But you see, as soon as the ball touches the foot of Omar Hassan, something potentially happening for Tacoma. And so Xavi Nalati prepares to take this corner. 79th minute. Nalati sends this ball in, headed away. Hassan has his shot blocked. Sanjanes, Phoenix. And now the ball going towards the back post will bounce out for a goal kick. I remember talking to Wade Weber, now an executive for Seattle, and talking to him when he was coaching in the academy at the GA Cup, and talked about Omar Hassan and just the fact that he was playing up an age group, the promise that he had, the ability that he presented even at that time. So we're not surprised to see him playing now. Now this is the Timbers. Slip forward now. Tacoma can't keep possession. Good initial touch. And now this is Nunez. Has numbers arriving. Nunez now will take it more central. Facing some contact, and the whistle will blow, and the foul comes. So time will continue to tick off. And this benefits Portland now. They can take their time, regain some energy, as they have expended a lot defending, not having a lot of possession here in this second half. Isuita puts it into the area, brought down. There was contact at the top of the 6-yard box. Now again, Some pushing and shoving. So Portland will make a substitution. Maximilian Kiesel comes on for Daniel Cervantes.
Replacing number 47, Daniel Cervantes.
And Cervantes has come off. Kiesel has not been let on just yet. And so, as play resumes, Kiesel will have to wait for a minute. The decision was that Cervantes did not make an immediate motion to get off the pitch. So, Portland will play down a man for the next 45 seconds. Tacoma will have an opportunity to take advantage. Harugi puts the ball into the area. It's headed away. And now you see Nicholas Lund having to be restrained. As he was in the face of Landon Lucero. So Kiesel still waiting to be let on. It should come any moment now. And now back to full strength are the Timbers. 84th minute. Portland closing in on another win at home. It would be their third. And they would move to 6-0-4 against not Houston. There, Lucero the ball. Ondo turns this over, but the initial ball too far. Sam Joseph scoops this up. There's the second ball won by Portland. Ondo quickly into Kiesel. Griffith shoved down, trying to keep possession as he wasn't on his feet. And that'll be a foul at midfield. So Lucero went down. And the coaching staff given a yellow card.
Bench issued a caution card.
Nalati. Gallatin Santinez. Ball's taken away, however, from behind. Fernandez Kim. Nunez. And now Shore will scoop this up. As you can hear, Portland's coaching staff wanting a foul there. Tensions bubbling here as we have entered into that part of the match, especially in a one-goal game. Anything can happen. Tacoma looking for an equalizer, and Portland trying to earn all 3 points at home and take down their rival for the third straight time. Ball comes out wide. Alvarez, Sanginez, and the two-play pass. Nothing into the area just yet. O'Neal. Alvarez drops this off. Gaffney lays it up. Foul. It is. Now Nunez runs into a wall. Named Damian Alvarez. There's a foul. And Alvarez puts it back into play. Big switch. Phoenix. Now Nalati, a touch forward. Not many more opportunities left for Tacoma. Have to take advantage. This ball tap behind. It will be a corner. 90th minute at Providence Park. Timbers clinging to a one-goal lead. Corner comes in, punched away. Hassan lays this off. Phoenix shot is blocked inside the box. It hits the head of a Timbers player, and he has gone down immediately. Difficult to see from here. But a man is down for the Timbers. So we have reached the 90-minute mark.
Substitution for Tacoma, into the bench, number 70, Kelvin Luis Brito, replacing number 47, Damian Alvarez.
Kelvin Luis Brito comes on for Damian Alvarez. No official word for added time just yet, but the most important thing is Alex Bamford getting the attention he needs after putting his body on the line to stop that shot from Cody Phoenix. So Bamford is up. 1 minute through. Added time. Bamford now will have to come off and then be let back on. So Tacoma will be up a man for a few moments in this added time portion of the second half. As you can see Bamford at the bottom of your screen, just going through the proceedings and through the protocol. Is let back. to work time. 9. A foul as Maximilian Kiesel does very well. So the official word is 5 minutes of added time. We don't know if that includes the time that has already elapsed. So we'll just be along for the ride, however long we get to be here. So it is confirmed we can expect to be around 7 full minutes. And going to the corner flag, Charles Ondo. Nunez trying to create an opportunity for a foul. Charles Ondo showing a yellow card. He was about to throw the ball in, dropping it and giving it to Lucas Fernandez Kim. As Portland trying to get to the finish line now. Isoida into the area, and now he reverses course. Ondo using that big frame and that lower center of gravity. And it will be a corner. So Benjamin Barjolo waiting to come on for Portland. Ondo once again will go through the song and dance of shielding off as many people as possible. It will be a throw-in now for Tacoma. And the sub will come on for Portland. So Colin Griffith will come off. And Benjamin Barjolo will come on. And that also just now. Minimum of on. Portland killing the game. We said at the onset the first goal was going to be the most important. These two low-scoring teams, Tacoma coming in with the second least goals in the Western Conference, just 13 scored all year. Only Colorado has less goals scored in the West. And for the Timbers, they came in with just 14 goals scored, which is tied for fourth least. So their one goal scored today makes it 15 on the year. They are now equal in goal differential. 15 goals scored, 15 goals allowed. But they are near the top of the Western Conference in regards to the standings. Tension starting to boil over now. Tacoma sensing their fate. Ondo lifts this There's a foul from behind, and now the pushing and shoving. The yellow card is shown, and now everyone getting into the action. This was to be expected. These are rivals. This has been a tight match. You don't want anything to affect the next match, as this one has been decided. And so how this comes to a close all depends on the temperament of the players on the pitch. We have played our minimum of 7, and really the expectation is after this free kick is taken, the final whistle should blow. This will be 3 straight wins for Portland against Tacoma, going back to last season after going winless in their first 4 meetings. To drop 7 and performance. SOE Timbers 1, Defiance 0.
Tacoma Defiance 0.
And you see number 73. He is no doubt today's man of the match, presented by Adidas. Eric Isoida, a smooth strike for Timbers. And for Isoida, was just the beneficiary of a good pass from Lucas Fernandez-Kim. Fernandez-Kim in the pocket, finds Isoida, picks this spot, and he tells Muhammad Shur to pick it out of the back of the net. As Isoida scores the deciding goal for Portland way back in the 11th minute. And Portland did not look back. They suffered a lot in this match. Tacoma had their chances. And we'll see what these two teams do later on in the season, as they will meet 2 more times in 2026. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on OneFootball.com and MLSNextPro.com. Portland victorious over Tacoma. The final, once again, Timbers Lions. .com. Less.
League transmit.